friends, welcome back. So today I'm bringing you guys another video, and this is going to be a tutorial on this super cranberry smoky fall warm look that I'm wearing right now. For this video I'm actually using the new Kylie KyShadow palette. This is the Burgundy palette, aka the love of my life. If you guys know me, you know that when this came out I needed to have it. Actually, like, if you know 90% of the people on YouTube, you know that when this came out we all had to get it, because this is honestly, come on, do you see the warm colors in this palette? Do you see them? I have to say, after trying it this one time, it's just gonna be like a super duper short review, and then we're gonna get right into the tutorial. I definitely really like it. I feel like the eyeshadows blended really nicely. They were really pigmented. I had no issues whatsoever. I feel like I actually did my eye look pretty quickly, like in comparison to how I usually do it. So I would say if you're thinking about giving this a try when it comes back in stock, because I'm almost positive it's out of stock, but when it comes back in stock, I would definitely give it a try because I really like it. I think it was definitely worth it to me. This is the look that I came up with, like I told you already. Super duper warm, super duper cranberry. If I sound like I'm talking really low, by the way, it's because everybody in my house is sleeping, so I don't really want to wake anybody up. So I'm gonna stop babbling. If you guys don't know how I got this look using the new KyShadow palette by Kylie Cosmetics, then please just keep on watching. So the first shade that I'm going to take from the Kylie Cosmetics Burgundy palette is the color Beach, which is just this really nice warm transition shade. I love this shade because I feel like it's a warm transition shade, of course, because that's like my favorite kind of transition shade, but it's not too warm to the point where it's orange, kind of like the color next to it. So I'm just taking this with a really fluffy brush. This is one of the gunmetal brushes from Morphe. That's like one of my favorite collections, and I'm just blending this through the crease. Nothing crazy. You guys see me do this all the time. Just all up in there. Don't even worry, just throw it in there. And then I'm going in with the color Penny, which is more of that warm orange transition shade that I was talking about before, and I'm taking a more precise brush because of course I do want this to be super duper warm, as I do for 99% of my looks, but I do kind of just want to concentrate this a little bit more rather than just toss it all through the crease. And so this brush was getting it done for me. You guys know this is the Coastal Scents Pro Blending Fluff, which is one of my favorite brushes of all time. Then I just took that original fluffy brush just to blend out any harsh lines that I might have gotten with that more warm shade. Because it is a little bit darker, it's kind of easier to get harsh lines with it, so you definitely want to make sure you get rid of those. Then I'm going to go into the color Burgundy, which I guess you could say is the star of the palette and also the star of this look. And I'm just taking it with that same Pro Blending Fluff by Coastal Scents and working it into the outer V and into the crease, of course. And with this color, even though you want it to be kind of like the star of the show because we are going to use it so many different times for so many different things, you really want it to be kind of predominant. But at the same time, you don't want it to be kind of overbearing because any red color like this can really make you look kind of ill and like you need to be on bed rest. So even though we want this to be an intense color in the look, we don't want it to be too much. I don't know if you just heard my brother sneeze, but if you did, just know he always sneezes like that. But now I'm going to go into the color Almond, which is the darkest brown in the palette, and I'm going to take it with more of a pencil brush and just work this onto the outer V and kind of halfway into the crease. I do want this to add a lot of depth into the look, but I don't want it to kind of take over the cranberry vibe that I'm going for, so that's why I'm kind of keeping it more so just on that outer corner. And you guys already know the difficulty. Is he still sneezing? Yeah, anyway, so you guys already know the difficulty with my mole. It's so hard to get behind there and actually put shadow there. And sometimes I kind of win. Sometimes I just have like a bare spot there. It's alright. You guys understand, you know, it's not an easy thing to do. But now I'm just going to go in with that fluffy brush by Coastal Scents again and just make sure that I blended out any harsh lines that the dark brown might have created, which I actually feel like, I don't know, I feel like there's not a lot of harsh lines in this look, and I feel like these shadows really blend very seamlessly and easily. This eye look, I kid you not, took me probably max 10 minutes, which for me is really good. Usually it takes me like 30 minutes just to do my eyes, so I was really proud of that. And so I think these eyeshadows are pretty good quality, if you ask me. Then I just went back in with the color Burgundy and just took it on a MAC 242 brush and just applied that all over my lid, but kind of avoiding that outer V because, like I said, I do definitely want to make sure that I have a lot of depth on that outer V. Even though, like I said, it's going to be really a burgundy cranberry kind of a look, I do just want a little bit of brown on there. And then I went back into the color Penny just right on top of that burgundy shade because I felt like that burgundy shade was like blood red, and that's not really the color I was going for. I was going for something a little bit more subdued, so I just popped it right on top and it made the perfect cranberry color, which I thought is really cool how you could just customize your colors. I mean, obviously you could do that with any palette. Don't think I'm saying you can only do that with this palette. But yeah, now I'm gonna start doing my face. I'm gonna move on to concealer because foundation's already on, of course. I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, which I've been loving recently, just like everybody else has. This is the color Tan Sand that I'm applying right now, and I'm just using a damp beauty blender, of course, to blend it out. And yeah, I apply a lot of concealer, but you guys know this already. I always go underneath my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, on the middle of my forehead, on the cupid's bow, and on my chin, just to add a lot of dimension to the face because my face round as hell. Now I'm gonna move on to my favorite powder ever, of course, Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder, which I so desperately need a refill on, and I'm just so lazy. You guys know this though, I'm sure. But yeah, I'm just applying this everywhere that I applied my concealer and then letting it sit for a little bit and just taking a Real Techniques contour brush and just wiping that away. And definitely when you're doing this, make sure you wipe away the powder because it's very easy to get like a flashback kind of a look if you have some excess powder on there. So definitely make sure you go in and do that. Then I'm just going to start contouring. I'm using my Nars Baby Ita brush, and I do have the big size of this, but I just think that this little one is so cute, and I felt like I had to use it today. So I'm using this, and I'm pretty sure it comes with a couple of Nars palettes. I'm not sure exactly which ones, but I'm sure you can get it in a couple of those palettes. And I'm just going to use the Tarte and Makeup Shayla contour palette to contour. You guys know how much I love that contour palette. Then I'm going to move on to bronzer. I'm using MAC Refined Golden Bronzer with the MAC 135 brush. And you guys know how I do this. I always go on my forehead, just on the outer parts. And then I just go and kind of blend out my contour with the bronzer. And I just love the way that that looks. And of course, you have to go into the center of the forehead. Not the center, but like the center of your hairline. That's what I was trying to say. To make your forehead look a little bit smaller because I got a big old forehead. And then I'm going to go in with this Lippie pencil by ColourPop. And it's in the color Bichette. Bitch, I never know how to say that. But I'm just going to use this as eyeliner today and just put this in my waterline because I want it to be very cranberry. I originally was going to use black and I just did not feel it at all with this look, so I'm really happy I decided to do this instead. Then I'm going in with the color Burgundy again with a MAC 212 brush, which is just a flat definer brush. And I'm just kind of blending out that lip pencil on my waterline. That sounds so weird, and it looks kind of weird if you look at it like this, but once I feel like everything is blended out, everything is on, lashes, mascara, and everything, it looks a little bit less sickly, I think. I hope. Then I'm going to go in with a pencil brush and take the color Beach again just to blend out that red color, just so it's more seamless and not just like a red line underneath the lash line because I don't really think that's cute. I hope you guys don't either. And then I'm going to go in with the glitter, which is probably my favorite part of this entire look. I wanted to keep it all matte and then just have that pop on the inner corner of gold glitter because gold and cranberries together, like, come on. You already know. So I just took this one from NYX. I don't know the color. I'm sure it's like crystal gold or something like that. But I'll leave it in the description box just in case. And I'm just popping this on the inner corner and a little bit kind of into the lid and into the lower lash line, but not a lot. And this is going to feel extremely weird. After this, my eyes watered for like 20 minutes because I guess your eyes are just not used to having such a like wet product on your inner corner. I had to say wet. I mean, like, what else was I going to say for that? I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, just, you know, power through it. I also have really watery eyes, so that could probably have played part in it. Then I just took MAC Extended Play Lash Mascara and just popped it on my top lashes and my lower lashes just to prep my lashes for falsies. Well, my top lashes. I'm not going to put lower falsies on, although I should. I haven't used them in a while. The falsies that I'm using today are Queen Bees by Koko Lashes, one of my favorite lashes of all time. They are so pretty. And for some reason, I just felt like they made this look. They're very dramatic, which I guess is exactly what I wanted, which is exactly pretty much what I want all the time. And so I'm just popping those on, and then I'm going to finish up the face. I'm going to take that same contour palette, the same contour color that I used on my cheekbones, or I guess on my underneath my cheekbones, and I'm gonna take this brush by Sumafit. I don't know. I'll link my first impressions on these brushes down below. I'm just gonna go ahead and contour my nose. I'm still getting used to this brush, so please bear with me, but I'm trying. We're like learning each other. We're trying to get through it. Then I'm going in with Peach Pop blush by Clinique, and I just thought this would be perfect because it's a warm blush and it's not too overpowering because it does have like a subtle sheen to it. So I thought it was perfect with this look. And then my favorite highlighter of all time, I say this like for every time I buy a new highlighter I say this, but this is probably the greatest highlighter I've ever purchased. This is King Tut by Jeffree Star Cosmetics. Look at how intense this is. Oh my god, I love it so much. So I'm just using my Morphe M501, my favorite brush ever, to apply this onto my cheekbones. Then I'm going to apply some on my Cupid's bow and down the bridge of my nose, of course, just to highlight a lot. Then I'm gonna move on to the last step, which is lips. I'm taking one of my favorite lip pencils in the whole entire world. This is Taurus by ColourPop and Kathleen Lights, and I'm just gonna use this to line my lips, and I'm gonna kind of go a little bit more into the lip just because we are using kind of a lighter shade for me, and I definitely want to make sure my lips are defined and not super washed out. So for lipstick, I'm using the MAC, what is it called? Retro Matte Liquid Lipstick, and this is in the color Lady Be Good. If you guys follow me on Snapchat, you know I cannot stand these liquid lipsticks, but I haven't used this one, and I thought it was a pretty color, so I used it with this look, and I do love the color, but I still don't like the formula. But once you got your lipstick on, then this look is complete. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! Hi friends, welcome back. So today I'm bringing you guys another video, and this is going to be a different video for me. This is going to be a first impressions on a brush set, which I've never actually done.